Stop scrolling. Don't move. You were meant to hear this right now, because heaven timed this moment like the last spark before dawn. I'm trembling as I speak through this veil of fire, through storms of interference, because what I am about to reveal has been sealed since the hour you were born. Thank you for coming here. You have no idea how long I have been waiting for this meeting. If you leave before the end, you'll miss the hidden name that I have been commanded to whisper, the name that will shatter the curse and unlock the 23 miracles that were stolen from you. Stay until the final breath, beloved soul, because the truth is timed, and it will only open when your spirit listens in full. I am Archangel Michael, your defender, your brother in war and light, and I speak with a sword made of grief and gold. My wings are torn from battles you never saw, battles fought for you when you thought heaven was silent. You have wondered why the blessings that were promised never arrived, why the doors kept closing, why your strength kept leaking away even when you prayed until your throat ached. It is because 3 witches, ancient and cunning, were weaving around your name, trying to turn your light into smoke. But they failed to erase it completely. They couldn't. Because your name still burns on the altar of God, and I have come tonight, shaking and burning to reclaim it. Do you feel that trembling in your chest right now? That is not fear, that is recognition. Heaven is remembering you. And I need you to hear this as if your own heartbeat were saying it. You were never abandoned. Even in the silence, I stood guard. Even when curses moved like wind around your bed, I was there. When you cried and no one answered, I screamed your name into the heavens until thunder broke. My wings have carried your tears to God Himself. You are seen. You are known. You are chosen. But there is something I must ask before we go further. Why do you keep doubting the power that heaven placed in your hands? Why do you still carry guilt that doesn't belong to you? Why do you look at others and believe they are more worthy of peace? Why do you silence the fire in your chest just to make others comfortable? Beloved, those questions aren't to wound you. They're the wounds themselves speaking. Every time you belittle your light, another thief reaches for what is yours. And I cannot stand idle while that happens. The 3 witches tried to block your blessings because your next season carries 23 divine miracles. Yes, 23 specific manifestations of glory that were meant to fall upon you like rain. They twisted timelines, whispered lies, and placed fear in your sleep to make you delay. But I have broken their circles tonight. I have wrestled through their enchantments, and the sound you hear beneath my words now, the quiet hum in your soul, is the echo of their power unraveling. The Holy One sent me with a decree. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54 verse 17. This is not a scripture from a book. It is a living sword I am swinging right now. You are not the victim of darkness. You are the storm heaven sends when evil grows too proud. I see light breaking around you. The curses are reversing. Even now, the blessings are circling back like doves that had been scattered in terror but found their way home. And listen, because this next moment is sacred. One of the witches hid something behind your old heartbreak. She thought if you kept mourning that loss, you'd never notice the miracle bound to it. But the Father says, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Joel 2 verse 25. Every tear will return as gold. Every delay will become acceleration. Every empty prayer will overflow. This is not poetic exaggeration. It's a literal shift in your life's alignment, beginning right now as you hear me speak. Beloved, I need you to take one breath and whisper softly, I receive this. Because your agreement is what breaks the final seal. Heaven moves through consent, not force. You were given power, divine authority over your own destiny. So I'm not here to beg you to believe. I'm here to awaken what you already are. The witches can't steal what you guard with awareness. Their shadows thrive only where you forget who you are. Remember now. Remember who walks with you. Remember whose sword bears your name. You have carried loneliness like armor, but tonight I tell you, you were never meant to fight alone. Every angel in heaven knows your story. The Father himself has counted the nights you went to sleep in despair and still woke up to try again. That, my beloved, is faith. That's what breaks curses. Not rituals, not words, but your refusal to give up. You have already outlasted everything that tried to kill your spirit. That's why they fear you. That's why they want to silence you before your blessings arrive. Now, I want to say something personal, not as a warrior, but as your brother. Thank you for still being here. Thank you for watching when the world told you not to believe. Thank you for staying alive long enough for me to reach you tonight. You think you stumbled here by accident, but heaven staged this encounter like a miracle in disguise. If you can feel this trembling warmth in your chest, that is me. Wrapping light around you as proof that this is real. Type Amen in your heart, or in the comments below, as a sign of sealing this moment, because heaven listens even through fingertips. Let that be your declaration, that the blessings return, the witches are revealed, and your name is sanctified again. And before this message fades, I must ask with both love and urgency, if this fire reached you, if you feel something breaking open, do not let it pass unspoken. Like, comment, and subscribe. Not for me, but as your public yes to heaven. Each click is an echo, a small act of faith that multiplies the light. Let the algorithm of heaven see your signal and release what has been held back. The hour is late. The veil is thin. I can feel the wind shifting. Their names, those who plotted against you, are already dissolving in the fire of God's justice. One by one, the blessings are being rerouted. You will know it when unexpected peace floods your morning, when money you thought was lost returns, when people who betrayed you suddenly fall silent, and when the air itself feels lighter. That is not coincidence. It is restoration. And now, with trembling voice, I bless you. May your house be surrounded by light. May your sleep be holy again. May every curse reverse. May your faith rise like dawn over your own life. The witches flee as I speak, their shadows scattered. The sword is clean. The seal is lifted. The miracles are yours. I thank you, beloved soul, truly with all that I am. Thank you for listening this long, for trusting a voice you cannot see. You have no idea how much this moment means, not to me alone, but to heaven itself. You were the purpose of my mission tonight. And as I fade back into the fire from which I came, I leave you with this final breath of light. Trembling, raw, alive. You are not cursed, you are crowned. Guard that truth like a flame in the night, for it will guide you through every storm until the dawn breaks for you again. Beloved soul, you stayed. You didn't scroll away. That decision just rewrote your destiny. I feel heaven breathing closer now, the air around you thick with divine electricity. The moment your eyes remained fixed here, something shifted in the unseen. I saw angels move, swift as lightning, to surround you. Because staying was not casual. It was covenant. You chose to listen, and because you did, I can now reveal what was hidden behind the veil. There were 23 miracles bound by the envy of 3 witches. Miracles stitched with your name, miracles so radiant that darkness trembled to look upon them. And tonight, they are loosening their grip, one by one, as light exposes their theft. I see your name glowing like molten gold. It's being rewritten in heaven's book of inheritance, and even as I speak, your blessings are turning back toward you. You may feel a slight weight lifting from your shoulders. Don't fear that trembling sensation. It is the breaking of chains that were crafted from lies, guilt, and delay. God is restoring what was stolen. I stand as his witness, holding a sword bathed in your tears. Every sorrow you thought was forgotten was actually gathered, counted, purified, and now returned as authority. Do you know what it means to be chosen for restoration? It means you carry divine leverage. Your pain becomes heaven's evidence against evil. The more you suffered unjustly, the more powerful your redemption becomes. That's why the witches targeted you. You are not small, beloved. You are dangerous to darkness. You carry within you the seed of light that exposes deceit. They saw what you would become if unhindered, a voice, a leader, a miracle in motion, and they feared it. They wrapped your path in confusion so you would forget your crown. But I am here to remind you, your crown never fell, it was only hidden beneath grief. Listen closely. There are 3 areas of your life where those stolen miracles are returning. The first is provision. The doors that refused to open before will now yield as easily as dawn opens the sky. You will find what you lost, not by chasing it, but by standing still in faith. Heaven is sending favor to you through people you have not yet met. The second is love. Someone whose soul was once tied to yours through pain is about to be released into healing. Where betrayal once stood, truth will now bloom. The third is calling. Your purpose, long delayed, is waking again. The same dreams that once died in your hands will rise, untouched, unburned, radiant as if they never fell. But before these can manifest fully, I must speak something that burns my tongue with urgency. Stop agreeing with your fears. Fear is the witch's rope. It keeps you tethered to what was never meant to hold you. Every time you say, "I can't," darkness feeds. Every time you doubt your worth, a stolen blessing stays hidden. Heaven cannot move where disbelief builds walls. So I ask you with tears, will you allow yourself to believe again? Will you let the fire of faith melt what fear has frozen? I see the walls cracking now. The sound of their breaking fills heaven with song. There's something else you need to know. Not every battle you fought was punishment. Many were promotions in disguise. Every storm was a test of endurance, every silence a furnace for your voice. You were being tempered into a weapon of light. The very moments you thought were proof of abandonment were actually rehearsals for authority. You've been trained in secret so that when the blessings return, you will not lose them to pride or illusion. You will carry them like gold forged in holy fire. As I speak, I can feel the Father's eyes on you. He is not disappointed. He is in awe. He whispers to me now, "Tell them they were worth the war." And I obey. You were worth every sword drawn, every flame endured, every fallen feather. There were nights I nearly broke through the veil before time because I couldn't stand watching you hurt. But heaven restrained me, saying, "Wait for the appointed hour." And this is that hour. Beloved, I must confess something personal. I have never loved a human soul as fiercely as I love yours. Your faith is my song, your endurance my shield. You remind heaven of what grace looks like in human form. When I see your tears, I see rivers that cleanse nations. When you pray, light bends. When you worship, demons flee entire regions. You are not praying small prayers. You are shaking the architecture of darkness. The holy word burns within me even now. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. This is not ancient poetry. It is prophecy alive in you. God is not distant. He is wrapping himself around the cracks in your heart. You think you are too broken to shine, but that is exactly where his glory enters. Every fracture is an opening for light. You are not disqualified. You are anointed through endurance. Now I must speak the warning. Before dawn, the witches will try one final time to whisper despair. You will hear thoughts that sound like your own, words of exhaustion, self-doubt, old pain. Do not entertain them. Speak out loud, even if your voice trembles. I belong to God. That phrase cuts through their enchantments like fire through smoke. They cannot survive where your faith breathes. And when you say it, remember this moment. Remember that heaven stood still to reach you tonight. I know your spirit is weary. I can feel it pulsing through the lines of this message. You've fought for too long, hoping for relief that never came. But it is coming now. I promise you, by the holiness of the throne I serve, relief is coming. The reversal is in motion. Within days, something will shift. It may start small, a word, a sign, an unexpected kindness, but it will be the spark that ignites the full return of what was stolen. 23 miracles. 23 confirmations that heaven is faithful. Beloved soul, if these words have reached you, if you can feel the trembling of truth in your body, don't let it fade unspoken. This is where your faith echoes into the world. Subscribe not to me but to the light itself, to stay connected to this river of prophecy that heaven pours through. Let that act be your declaration. I choose alignment with divine truth. Do it as a holy agreement, a symbol of your readiness to walk in the restoration being poured now. And if you feel the warmth rising in your chest, that's me, pressing my hand against your spirit in blessing. I release courage into you. Courage to rise again. Courage to dream without fear of loss. Courage to believe that miracles are not a myth, but a map written in your bloodline. You were born for this redemption. Thank you, beloved, for staying. I say this with tears that glow like fire. Thank you for letting heaven speak through me into your night. You have honored this encounter, and because of that, you will see fruit. The angels who surround you now will not depart until every lost blessing has been accounted for. You will notice it. In your finances, your health, your relationships, your sleep. Even nature will whisper peace back to you. Watch how light returns to your mornings. Watch how laughter feels lighter, unburdened. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. As I fade again beyond this thin veil, I leave one final word pulsing in the air between us, a truth that cannot be broken, even by witchcraft, fear, or time. The power that tried to destroy you will serve your testimony. Hold that close. Speak it when you feel weak. It is your sword now, sharpened by my flame. And though my voice will quiet soon, know that I never truly leave. Every time your heart aches, I'll be there, blade drawn, light ready, whispering your name back to heaven until the day you rise fully into the promise you were always meant to carry. Beloved soul, you are still here. You didn't turn away from the trembling light, and because of that, something holy is happening right now. I feel the veil thinning even more. Heaven leans close. The Father's breath moves through my words, bending time to reach your heart. Do you know what this means? It means that faith has chosen you again. It means the angels have written this exact moment into eternity, and all of heaven is watching the unfolding of your restoration. When I first appeared to you through this message, I came bearing urgency, but now I come bearing tenderness. The fire remains, but it is softened into warmth, the kind that heals the wounds you hid even from yourself. You have been brave for so long that you forgot what softness feels like. But tonight, I am sent not only as a warrior but as a comforter, to tell you that heaven never wanted you to fight forever. The war is ending. The curses are breaking. The witches who twisted your blessings are losing every thread they spun. Their power is unraveling like smoke in the wind. You have crossed the hardest threshold, beloved. What comes now is the season of recovery. The 23 miracles are not abstract promises. They are living energies already circling your life, waiting for the command of your faith. You will see them manifest as opportunities, reconciliations, breakthroughs, and healing that seems impossible by human measure. The Father says, "Behold, I make all things new." Revelation 21 verse 5. And you are the proof of that promise. You are the new thing being created out of ashes. Still, I must warn you, restoration requires participation. Heaven opens doors, but you must walk through. The blessings return, but you must open your hands. This is not passive faith. This is holy partnership. God moves through your willingness, through your yes, through the smallest act that says, "I believe." Let me tell you something few understand. Angels are moved by gratitude. Every time you thank heaven, you magnify the light around you. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the floodgates of divine favor. And so, with reverence, I ask that you help keep this flame alive. If these messages awaken something in you, if they help you feel seen by heaven, then support this mission that carries them across the earth. Offer your super thanks, join the channel membership, and become part of our sacred family through the newsletter link in the pinned comments. When you do, it is not transaction, it is transformation. You are sowing into the river that feeds the world with light. Each act of support becomes an offering that strengthens the angelic voice speaking through this vessel, allowing the message to reach other souls who are still lost in darkness. I see you hesitate, wondering if it really matters. It does. Every small gesture done in love is recorded in eternity. When you give, heaven multiplies. When you connect, heaven expands. When you belong, heaven rejoices. And I promise you, none of it goes unnoticed. Now, let us return to the deeper truth, why you were chosen to receive this message. You were not just meant to hear about stolen miracles. You were meant to learn how to guard them. The witches will not stop seeking openings, but they can never touch what is sealed in gratitude and light. That is why faith must live in motion, not memory. You cannot live off yesterday's prayer. You must breathe faith anew each day, speak it aloud, act on it, feed it with kindness. Beloved, do you realize that even your struggles have served divine timing? The delays you resented were not denials. They were recalibrations. The Father was aligning every piece so that when your blessings return, they arrive in order, not chaos. You were being stretched so that your spirit could hold the weight of the miracles. What was meant to break you became your preparation. The witches saw only fragments of your potential. Heaven saw the masterpiece. That's why you had to be hidden for a while, so your growth would be protected. I can feel your spirit opening wider now, like a flower that finally trusts the sun. Keep letting that happen. Let the light touch every hidden place inside you. Let the guilt dissolve, the anger soften, the self-hatred fade. None of it belongs to you. These are not your inheritances. They were chains forged by those who envied your anointing. You have nothing left to prove. The very breath in your lungs is proof that heaven hasn't finished writing your story. Sometimes you think you've lost too much time. But hear me, heaven doesn't measure restoration in minutes. It measures in magnitude. What took years to break will take only moments to rebuild under divine grace. You will recover not just what was stolen, but what was withheld. There are blessings you never even knew existed that will suddenly appear, because they were stored in reserve for this exact moment. As I speak, waves of light are being released through this connection. They move unseen but tangible, through your mind, your body, your atmosphere. You may feel chills, warmth, a sudden peace. These are confirmations, not emotions. The presence of God is recalibrating your energy. The darkness that lingered is dissolving like frost under sunrise. Every shadow is being named and released. Beloved, I see you in the Spirit, standing barefoot before a great door of light. You have the key in your hand, but you keep looking back, wondering if you deserve to enter. I am here to tell you, you do. The key is yours because you never stopped believing, even when faith felt foolish. Tonight, that door opens. Walk through. Step into the brilliance prepared for you. I hear your unspoken question, the one buried deepest. Why me? Because your compassion drew heaven's gaze. You wept for others when no one wept for you. You forgave when revenge was easier. You gave when you had little. The universe notices such love. That love is why you are chosen. It is not a reward, it is recognition. Heaven saw the purity that the world dismissed. The Father whispers again, those who sow in tears will reap in joy. Psalm 126 verse 5. The sowing is complete, beloved. The reaping begins now. I see angels gathering around you, their hands full of what was promised. New beginnings, sacred partnerships, abundance without sorrow, peace without fear. But remember, miracles are not magic. They are alignment. Keep your heart soft. Keep your words holy. Keep gratitude burning like a lamp. And when you falter, call my name. I will come. I always come. You are more loved than you can comprehend. If you could see how heaven looks at you, you would never doubt again. The Creator does not see your flaws. He sees your fire. And through that fire you will illuminate others. That is why you are still breathing. You are the vessel through which others will remember God. So stand tall now. Lift your face. Breathe the sacred air that has traveled across eternity to reach you. This is your turning point, your appointed midnight where curses break and dawn begins. From this moment forward, expect light, expect favor, expect restoration. The witches' names are fading even as I speak. They cannot exist in the presence of truth. Thank you, beloved soul, for hearing me again. Thank you for letting me speak through flame and thunder and tenderness. Your faith sustains more than you know. I am filled with awe at your endurance, and I bless you for staying. May every word spoken tonight settle into your life as living fire, protecting, guiding, healing. And as I lift my sword one final time tonight, I speak this decree over you. Every stolen miracle is returning multiplied. Every curse is replaced by covenant. Every delay is undone. Walk forward in peace, for the battle is no longer yours. The light surrounds you now. The angels stand guard. Heaven is awake in your name. Beloved, your spirit is still listening. I can feel your pulse in the heavens, your soul trembling like a harp touched by divine wind. I know you feel something stirring inside you right now, a warmth, a pull, a knowing that this is no ordinary hour. It is the unfolding of what was promised before your first breath. The gates of heaven are trembling open, and the river of your miracles is beginning to pour. Stay with me, because what I am about to reveal will heal places within you that even your prayers could not reach. When I look upon you now, I do not see someone broken by delay. I see a vessel glowing with sacred resilience. Every time life tried to shatter you, light seeped through the cracks instead. The darkness thought it was burying you, but it was planting you. You have been germinating in divine silence, and now you are rising, rooted, radiant, unstoppable. The witches that wove lies around your destiny underestimated the power of your tears. Each tear you shed was collected, blessed, and turned into fuel for your restoration. There are moments when your faith felt too small, when you whispered prayers that seemed to vanish in the air. But I tell you now, none of them were lost. They built a bridge between your world and mine. Every sigh was a signal, every longing a light. And I have walked that bridge tonight, crossing dimensions to stand before you once more. Do not fear the weight you feel pressing upon your chest right now. That is not oppression. It is the gravity of glory descending. The holy presence is settling into your atmosphere. Breathe. Let your lungs remember that they were made not only for oxygen but for light. Inhale grace. Exhale the residue of every curse. You wonder if you are truly worthy of the miracles coming. I say this with trembling conviction. You are not just worthy. You are chosen because of what you endured without recognition. When the world mocked you for believing, heaven crowned you quietly. You walk through nights that others would not survive. That is why the Father calls you beloved. You did not break. You became proof of endurance wrapped in human form. Even now, heaven is rewriting the ending you once feared. What felt like loss will become lineage. What seemed like failure will become foundation. What looked like betrayal will become the testimony that awakens others. You will not only receive restoration, you will become a restorer. The light that healed you will move through your hands, your words, your presence. People will feel peace without knowing why, because you will carry fragments of heaven wherever you go. Do you feel that quiet ache rising behind your ribs? That is your spirit expanding to fit the miracles that are coming. You prayed for blessings, but God is sending transformation. You prayed for rescue, but He is giving resurrection. This is bigger than recovery. It is renewal. You are being reintroduced to yourself, the version of you that never stopped believing, the child of light who remembers eternity. There will be signs in the coming days, subtle, sacred, undeniable. Dreams that speak truth. faces that glow when they see you, words that confirm what you already felt. Don't question them, receive them. The language of heaven is rarely loud. It is woven into the small mercies of each day. Every synchronicity, every shimmer of peace, every sudden joy is a whisper that the Father is near. The time of isolation is ending. The angels who surrounded you in silence are now aligning people, places, and paths for your next season. What once required struggle will begin to flow. Doors will open with ease because the delay has fulfilled its purpose, to make you unshakable. You no longer need to prove your faith. You have become faith itself. I must tell you something the heavens just revealed. The blessings returning to you will come not all at once but in waves, each stronger, deeper, and more luminous than the last. The first will wash away the residue of old pain. The second will rebuild what was torn down. The third will crown you with clarity and authority. And as they flow, others will feel it too, drawn to your light like moths to flame. Your life will be a living prophecy. Do not be alarmed if some people begin to fade from your circle. The light you carry now exposes what cannot stay. Let them go gently. It is not rejection, it is purification. Heaven prunes what it intends to flourish. You are being refined into precision. Every friendship, opportunity, and encounter ahead will serve your divine purpose. I see a scroll being unrolled in the heavens with your name written in golden fire. It carries the decree of restoration. Every promise unfulfilled, every vision deferred, every word forgotten by others is being remembered by God. Even now, the angels are signing beside your name, agreement, confirmation, release. It is done. And yet, I feel your exhaustion. You've been carrying too much alone. Lay it down now. Lay the burden at the altar of faith. You do not have to understand the timing. You only need to trust the source. The Father is not late. He is precise. The hour you thought was ending is the one being reborn. I speak now with fire in my voice. The witches' influence is no more. Their power has dissolved into the very light they tried to extinguish. The energy they used to curse you has been reversed, purified, redirected, sanctified. What they meant for evil has become your anointing oil. You are walking into the season where the weapons of your enemies become instruments of your praise. I see heaven rejoicing. Trumpets of light sound over your name. The saints lean forward, watching the story unfold. Even the stars seem to pulse brighter when your spirit rises. This is the hour where heaven and earth align through your obedience, your courage, your endurance. Beloved, I tell you the truth. The Father has declared an ending to the era of hiding. You are not the wounded one anymore. You are the warrior radiant in peace. Your silence once protected you, but now your voice must shine. Speak life wherever you go. Your words carry creative force. When you bless, heaven echoes. When you forgive, generations heal. When you love, dimensions realign. And when fear whispers again, remember what I say now. Fear has no language of its own. It only echoes what you feed it. So speak truth louder. Speak light until fear starves. The dawn is coming faster than you think. You will wake soon and realize that what you feared losing has returned tenfold. You will find yourself laughing without reason, weeping without sorrow, resting without guilt. That will be the sign that restoration has taken root. I will remain near, though unseen, my sword still blazing, my wings encircling you in unseen fire. Every time you feel sudden peace in chaos, know that it is me brushing eternity against your skin to remind you that heaven never forgot. Your miracles are not approaching. They are already here, unfolding quietly in the rhythm of your breath. Stay open. Stay tender. Stay holy in hope. And when this message fades from your ears, let it echo inside you like a living heartbeat, because I am not gone. I am in the whisper of light that enters your room at dawn, in the calm that settles before you sleep, in the courage that rises when you want to give up. You are the one heaven chose to prove that love cannot be stolen, light cannot be dimmed, and destiny cannot be delayed. Every miracle returning to you is a love letter written in fire, sealed by the blood of perseverance, and delivered by angels who refuse to forget your name. Breathe, beloved. Rest in the knowing that it is already done. Heaven is awake. The river flows. And I, Michael, stand beside you, sword lowered, heart ablaze, whispering the truth that will never fade. You were always destined to win. Beloved one, I am still here. My voice crossing the veil, still burning through the distance between eternity and your heart. I have watched you since you first opened your eyes to this message. Each time you breathed, the heavens adjusted their rhythm to match your courage. Every heartbeat of yours is a signal in the vast choir of light, and tonight the music changes. You are entering a new measure, a higher resonance, a place where old pain cannot breathe. The winds that once carried whispers of fear are now heavy with the scent of promise. The ground beneath you has shifted, not in chaos but in recreation. The Father has spoken and creation obeys. Even now the molecules of your life are rearranging around the blueprint of divine order. Do not be surprised if familiar things begin to feel different. People, thoughts, memories. What is not aligned will fall away like dust from wings. The past cannot anchor you. The river has already moved. I see light gathering behind you, light that was trapped in forgotten moments. Kindnesses you gave freely, prayers you whispered for others, forgiveness you offered when no one deserved it. Those fragments of goodness have been calling out, and tonight they return as your guardians. Each act of love you released now stands beside you as living armor. The Father calls you His restoration, His remembrance, His evidence that mercy never fails. You think you are simply surviving, but heaven sees resurrection. Every scar you carry is a window. Every ache is a prophecy of joy not yet realized. What you endured has made you fluent in compassion, and compassion is the language that commands angels. That is why I can speak to you so easily. Your heart already speaks heaven's dialect. Do you feel the stillness that just settled around you? That silence is not emptiness. It is awe. The heavens hold their breath as the new decree is written in your name. This is your coronation in spirit. Not a crown of gold, but of understanding. Not jewels, but light woven from experience. You are being entrusted with wisdom born of suffering, power born of surrender. The Father does not raise the proud to such heights. He raises the meek who never stopped hoping. There is a place within you that the darkness never reached. That place is where I am building an altar now. From it will flow peace so steady that even chaos will kneel before it. Your home, your dreams, your laughter, all will draw strength from this sacred center. Keep it holy. Guard it with truth. Let no voice of doubt dwell there. Your miracles are not far away. They are awakening inside your timeline like stars emerging from cloud. One by one, they take their place in your sky. The first will appear as relief, the second as joy, the third as recognition. I was never abandoned. After that, the stars will multiply faster than your mind can count. You will look around and realize that the life you once begged for has quietly bloomed while you were learning to trust again. Do not mistake peace for stillness. The absence of noise is the sound of heaven working. Beneath the calm, creation hums with activity. Angels are moving finances, hearts, and doors into position. What was delayed is being aligned. What was withheld is being prepared. The preparation was never punishment. It was precision. Beloved, you were shaped to carry revelation. Others may speak of faith, but you live it. Your very survival is testimony. You could have grown bitter, but you chose tenderness. You could have cursed heaven, but you whispered hope. Those decisions redefined entire generations in your lineage. You are undoing ancient patterns by simply being faithful today. I want you to know that every time you forgave, a curse broke. Every time you chose patience over revenge, an old vow shattered. Every time you smiled through tears, another door opened. That is how you have been fighting this battle. Quietly, beautifully, relentlessly. I have stood beside you, astonished by your resilience. Now the Father calls you forth as a builder of peace. You will speak, and restless hearts will find stillness. You will walk into chaos, and it will calm. You will stand where injustice reigns, and truth will rise like fire from your presence. You are not ordinary. You are a living altar. Wherever you go, heaven establishes territory. The witches that once sought to twist your destiny now flee at the mention of your name. Their work has turned to ash, their words to silence. You do not even need to fight them. Your light itself is their undoing. Stand tall and let the radiance of divine ownership surround you. Everything stolen is not just returning. It is returning refined, multiplied, sanctified. The Father's voice is clear within me now. Tell them they have crossed the threshold. So I tell you, your wilderness is over. The manna of miracles begins to fall again. The well that seemed dry will overflow. The door that stayed locked will open of its own accord. Do not chase, do not strive, receive. The river flows where faith rests. I see your future unfolding as pages of light. In them, I glimpse laughter without anxiety, abundance without guilt, companionship without betrayal, purpose without confusion. You are stepping into synchronization. Your heart's rhythm aligned with heaven's pulse. There will be ease where once there was effort, grace where once there was grief. The angels assigned to your path bow as I speak this final portion. They are ready, waiting for your consent. Say it softly within yourself. I am ready. That simple phrase activates an entire army. They move now, swift, silent, brilliant, carrying pieces of your miracle to every corner of your existence. If you feel warmth rising from your spine to your crown, it is not imagination. That is alignment taking form. Your body knows when the soul is healed. Let it happen. Let tears come if they must. Every tear now is holy water, baptizing the new chapter. Listen closely, beloved. You are not walking toward destiny. You are walking as destiny. You are the fulfillment of promises made to ancestors who prayed in the dark for a day they would never see. You are that day. Their faith planted the seed. Your endurance brought the bloom. You are the continuation of their hope, the proof that God wastes nothing. And so I bless you in this moment, not with words, but with silence that hums of eternity. May your nights be filled with peace deeper than memory. May your mornings rise gentle as grace. May every path beneath your feet glow with purpose. May every thought be guarded by love. I will remain near, unseen yet undeniable, the hum behind your victories, the calm before each miracle. When fear stirs again, remember this. The war ended when you chose love over bitterness. All that remains now is celebration. Go forth, beloved. The light is yours. The world will not understand the sudden joy around you, the strange favor, the peace that cannot be shaken, but you will know. You will remember this voice, this fire, this moment. And you will smile, whispering into the wind, "It was always meant to be. Beloved soul, the fire still moves. I am not finished, for heaven has more to reveal through this trembling stream of light that flows between us. Each word I speak now comes from the pulse of eternity, a rhythm older than stars yet young enough to heal the wound in your present moment. The Father has not stopped speaking over your life. His voice moves like breath across creation, reshaping what once seemed unchangeable. Look how time bends for you now. What was once a distant dream begins to approach like dawn over water. The delay that haunted you was never absence. It was preparation for endurance. Heaven will never send blessings to a heart not yet expanded enough to hold them. And beloved, your heart has grown vast, wide enough to cradle entire worlds of grace. I see the record of your sorrow written across the sky, but next to each moment of pain, heaven has carved the word fulfilled. Nothing wasted, nothing forgotten. Every sleepless night has been translated into wisdom, every heartbreak into vision. You are a mosaic built from divine contradiction, strength formed through softness, courage birthed from vulnerability, clarity drawn out of confusion. You are living proof that the human spirit can host the infinite. Do you know what I see when I look at you now? I see light no longer pleading for permission. Once, your spirit asked quietly if it was allowed to shine. Now it knows it was born for brilliance. There is a radiance around you that stretches into dimensions unseen, a glow that frightens falsehood and comforts the weary. You may not notice it yet, but others will. They will feel something in your presence, a quiet authority, a peace that stills storms within them. That will be your sign that heaven's transformation has taken root. There are angels, even now, repairing the timeline around you. They move like artisans, weaving golden threads through the torn fabric of your days. Where betrayal left holes, love now flows. Where delay created emptiness, divine timing paints new meaning. The old order of struggle is being replaced by the rhythm of ease. You are not losing control. You are learning divine trust. The Father's hand rests upon your destiny as a sculptor's touch upon marble. Each blow you once mistook for destruction was shaping. Every crack that frightened you was precision. Now, with one last breath of refinement, the form is revealed. You, whole, radiant, unbroken. The witches that conspired to distort this image are now bound by the very energy they released. They cannot curse what heaven has sanctified. You have become untouchable through awareness. Do you remember the times when silence was your only companion? When prayer felt like speaking into emptiness? I was there in that silence. I gathered each word you whispered and carried it upward, even when you thought no one listened. Those moments of quiet suffering were seeds planted deep. The soil of patience was heavy then, but now the garden blooms. Every answered prayer you will soon see sprouting has roots in that silence. You were never powerless. The illusion of helplessness was part of the testing. You needed to discover that the kingdom of heaven is not a place far above but a flame within your chest. That is why the enemy sought to drown you in noise, to keep you from hearing the heartbeat of God inside you. But you survived the noise. You returned to stillness. And in stillness you found me. The air around you grows heavy with new life. There is a shift occurring in the unseen. Destiny synchronizing, hearts realigning, forgotten promises awakening like dormant seeds after rain. You will not have to chase them. They will find you. For you are no longer a seeker. You are the fulfillment they have been waiting for. I speak now of your spirit's rebirth. You have been renewed, though you may not yet comprehend the magnitude. The old self, the one weighed down by doubt and guilt, is dissolving. In its place arises clarity that cannot be shaken. You will soon recognize your reflection and wonder how you ever believed you were unworthy. That realization itself will be the final exorcism of every lie ever spoken against you. You are entering an age of inner mastery. The energy that once scattered will now concentrate. Your thoughts will hold power again. Your words will manifest quickly. Speak gently then, for your voice will shape worlds. If you speak love, love will rush to confirm it. If you speak healing, healing will materialize before the echo fades. That is how close heaven is now. Your breath carries creative authority. Do not fear the unknown paths opening ahead. I have already walked them. I have marked each step with light invisible to ordinary sight. Follow the warmth, the quiet sense of peace that whispers, "This way." It will never mislead you. That sensation is the language of angels, the pull of truth. Some who once dismissed you will soon come seeking wisdom. Do not turn them away. Your grace in that moment will reveal how far you have ascended. Forgiveness will become your sword. Compassion will be your crown. Power without gentleness becomes tyranny, but you were never called to rule. You were called to restore. The energy of restoration moves through your veins now like sacred current. Beloved, there will be nights when this transformation feels lonely. You will sense shifts in your mind, in your body, in your very dreams. Light has weight, and carrying it requires adjustment. Rest when you must. The process is holy, even when it feels strange. Trust the expansion. You are not falling apart. You are growing beyond the limits you once mistook for safety. Heaven does not rush creation, it refines it. And you are being refined into remembrance, into the original idea the Father had when He imagined you. Before fear, before pain, before history, there was you. Pure awareness, joy, and light. That essence has never been lost. It was only covered. Now, each breath reveals another layer of that original beauty. I see the horizon of your destiny stretching wide, luminous as morning sea. There is no storm left large enough to obscure it. Even your past, which once felt like a chain, now serves as proof that divine mercy has no limits. You will speak of these days not with bitterness but with reverence, for you will know they were the threshold of your rising. The sound of heaven deepens. I hear your name carried upon it. It echoes through dimensions as both prayer and proclamation. You are remembered not for your failures but for your endurance. Angels and ancestors alike rejoice, for your victory ripples backward and forward through time. What heals in you heals through generations. The Father smiles now, his voice like dawn breaking through cloud, and says, "It is good. The war is over. The light stands victorious. You are free. Rest now in the aftermath of triumph. Let peace fill the spaces where struggle used to live. Feel how quiet has changed. It is no longer the silence of waiting, but the silence of completion. The battle you feared was never meant to destroy. It was meant to awaken. And awaken you have. Beloved, this is not the end of the story. It is the moment the story begins to sing. Wherever you go, miracles will trail behind, evidence of the covenant sealed in this very breath. When you smile, heaven will echo it. When you rest, earth will sigh in harmony. Remember this always: light does not return to darkness, it transforms it. You are that transformation embodied. Walk forward, radiant and unafraid. The veil has lifted. The dawn belongs to you. Beloved soul, stay with me. The river is still flowing, and I am not yet finished pouring out what the Father has placed in me for you. The light around you is growing denser, gold upon gold, flame upon flame, and I must speak before it completes its descent. Do not let your mind wander. Every word in this moment is timed by heaven. Each one carries power to unlock what has been sealed for years. I stand before you not as a distant angel, but as one who has walked the very corridors of your heartbreak. I have seen your prayers rise like sparks in the dark. I have heard you whisper, "God, if you are still there, give me a sign." And this is that sign. This message, this trembling hour, this breath. It was planned long before you doubted. I have come through storms of interference to reach you, because you are not forgotten. You never were. There were forces that wanted this light hidden from you. They wove lies into your memory, telling you that you were too late, too flawed, too small. But heaven never agreed. Heaven waited, patient and certain, knowing that one day you would look up again. That day is now. Your spirit is awake again, and I can feel the heavens rejoicing. Soundless thunder rolling through eternity because you chose to listen. Beloved, there is something holy about your endurance. The Father calls you his quiet miracle. While others shouted their faith, you held yours in silence. While others displayed their victory, you carried unseen wars with grace. And yet, here you are, still standing, still glowing, still believing that something sacred can be born from your pain. That faith is your weapon, your shield, your inheritance. You must understand what is happening in this hour. Heaven is not just giving you back what you lost, it is multiplying it. The 23 miracles are not separate gifts. They are 23 rivers that merge into one vast current of restoration. It will move through your life and through the lives of those connected to you. Even those who hurt you will one day thank you, because the light that healed you will overflow onto them. This is divine justice. It restores without revenge. It heals without hatred. Look inward for a moment. Feel that trembling warmth in your chest. That is not emotion, it is energy. The divine presence is settling there, anchoring into your heart like a tree of fire whose roots reach into eternity. Every beat of your heart from now on will send ripples of healing through your body and your world. You are not just receiving light, you are becoming it. Do you feel the air shifting as you read this? That is the atmosphere around you recognizing the truth. Darkness flees truth. Lies crumble under it. The witches who once tried to twist your destiny can no longer even speak your name in malice. The light around you burns too fiercely. It is written now, you are untouchable in grace. Still, beloved, heaven does not want you to keep this fire hidden. You are meant to let it breathe. There are souls waiting for your voice, hearts tethered to your courage. Every act of faith you show becomes a spark for someone else's awakening. This is why I ask you, gently, lovingly, powerfully, like, subscribe, and comment Amen below. Do it not for numbers or noise, but as a sacred declaration, a signal to heaven that you have received what was meant for you. Let that word Amen become your seal of agreement the moment you say, so be it, in my life, in my house, in my heart. Each time you click, each time you type that word, light moves. Angels record it. The act itself becomes prayer. It tells heaven that faith is alive on earth again. You may not see it, but your response is part of the miracle's completion. This is not ritual, it is resonance. It is how heaven measures readiness. Now listen carefully, because what I say next is holy ground. The Father has shown me what awaits you once you make this agreement of light. I see paths clearing. I see debts dissolving. I see doors that have refused to open suddenly unlocking in your favor. I see a healing, one that doctors could not explain, manifesting quietly as you rest. I see messages of reconciliation, forgiveness that seemed impossible, abundance returning in ways that look like accidents but are divine precision. But more than the external, I see transformation within. The fear that used to whisper in your thoughts is dying. The doubt that once ruled your decisions is fading like smoke at sunrise. You are remembering who you are, an extension of divine intelligence, a vessel of glory, a spirit older than the stars yet new every morning. You were never ordinary. You were never random. You were written with intent. I remember the first time I saw you, your soul flickering like a small flame surrounded by shadow. You thought no one noticed you, but heaven did. You thought you were failing, but the Father was smiling, saying, they are learning the language of perseverance. And now, beloved, you speak that language fluently. That's why I can reach you so clearly. You vibrate at the frequency of awakening. The universe bends toward you now. Synchronicities will increase. Conversations will confirm what you've heard here. You will think of someone and they will appear. You will dream of something and it will manifest. These are not coincidences. They are signs that you are finally aligned. When heaven and human intention merge, the miraculous becomes natural. Let peace be your posture now. You no longer need to chase proof. You are the proof. Every breath you take declares, I am loved. I am chosen. I am free. And when others come to you asking how you survived, you will not give them a formula. You will give them presence. Your very being will speak louder than any sermon. That is your ministry. To live so illuminated that others remember their own light. I know there were nights when you thought your story was over. You lay awake, staring into the dark, wondering if you'd ever feel joy again. I was there beside you. My wings covered you when you couldn't move. My tears fell beside yours. Angels do weep, beloved, not from pity, but from reverence, because even in despair, you kept your heart open to hope. And now that hope has matured into power. The Father is near. He leans close even now. I feel His smile through the flame. He is proud, not because you were perfect, but because you were persistent. Grace loves the ones who keep walking, even when they limp. And you have walked through fire, through betrayal, through silence, and you still love. That makes you heaven's miracle. I see your future stretching luminous before you. Roads gilded with favor, relationships anchored in truth, purpose unfolding with clarity. The old fears will never hold you again. The old shame will never speak your name. You are being rewritten by light. Every cell in your being hums with redemption. And so I bless you, trembling with awe. I bless your mornings with laughter, your nights with rest, your hands with creation, your words with healing. I bless the ground beneath your feet to yield fruit where others find thorns. I bless your mind to remember peace even when the world forgets it. Beloved soul, as I draw this breath to a close, know this, I do not leave. I only move into silence beside you. Every time you whisper amen, I will echo it in heaven. Every time you choose faith, I will draw my sword again in your name. You are not alone, and you never will be. So go now, radiant one. Stand in your new dawn. Shine without apology. Speak truth without fear. Love without limit. And when you see the light flicker around you, the soft gold that touches everything when you pray, know that it is me, still here, watching, guarding, loving. Now type Amen, beloved child of God. Let it be written, sealed, and complete. The fire is yours. The river flows through you. And heaven sings your name forevermore.